Griffin and Hut 8 surge after Reuters reports a report of American Bitcoin trading in September. This was on Blockspace.media. I'm going to go ahead and actually go to the Reuters report, though, because we've got some quotes in here that I want to reference. So the article basically says that it's possible that American Bitcoin could be trading on public markets via its merger with Griffin Digital as soon as September. The unlisted firm's merger with Griffin Digital Mining is set to be finalized shortly, and the goal is to start trading in early September, according to Asher Granute, the CEO of Hut 8. And that's not a guarantee. Could be later, but it's looking like they have most of what they need to go ahead and start or have their public debut. So I wanted to flag this just because Hut 8 also has been in the news for some other stuff, which I'm going to pull up right here. They have kind of broken ground on 1.5 gigawatts of expansion, and are taking out a $303 million credit facility. They've got data center projects across Louisiana, Texas, and Illinois. And so they've just had a pretty incredible week. Their stock has been surging. And now American Bitcoin is slated to go public. And, when this news first broke, I was kind of pondering what's the real benefit of splitting off all of these mining assets, taking, an 80% stake in this new company, but still used to own 100% of those assets, right? And now it's making a lot of sense. If you can get excitement behind two of these stocks and have the business lines clearly delineated. It seems to be paying off right now because Hut 8's kind of just chugging away on the infrastructure and data and energy inside of things. But curious if y'all have any thoughts on this.
To me, I think that what's kind of interesting here, the benefit, I guess, for American Bitcoin is that because it's a merger, they get to kind of sidestep the IPO process that goes on with the SEC, which can be a bit of a gauntlet. And then just like the names in this, it's like you have the Trump brothers, you have the Winklevoss twins. It's like, oh my gosh, is this just politics and crypto and like this kind of interesting equity play? It's like very 2025 of a story to come out. I mean, you think like these corporate treasury companies, like none of them have been IPOs, right? It's kind of an interesting dynamic. They're like resurrecting these old zombie companies.
Yeah, they're all like reverse mergers and things like that and SPACs.
Yeah, like this has the chance to, I think, be kind of like the meme asset that the Trump family maybe wanted the Solana token to be, like just in the equity space. Like it's a meme stock for the Trump family. I could see that happening. I'm not foretelling that into the future, but I'm just, it's in the back of my mind. There's a sliver.
I do think that, in terms of potentially being the most profitable venture, I mean, Bitcoin mining isn't necessarily, but that doesn't matter if the stock price is going up for something like American Bitcoin. Like I think this, at least as long as Bitcoin's running, has the potential to be the one crypto venture of theirs that actually performs pretty spectacularly, I would think. I'm not endorsing it. That's not financial advice. I'm not saying that they're necessarily even good operators, but it's just like kind of what Matt was saying. You have the Trump brothers involved in this. They have a lot of Bitcoin on their balance sheet, or they're building it. And there's mining's not the most hot thing right now, but there are fewer players in the game, right? You have CleanSpark doing pure play and like American Bitcoin at this point, basically. So.
And think about like we're in IPO season again. Like you've said, you've had a lot of hot IPOs, particularly crypto IPOs. The Circle one got a lot of people back engaged. You had the Figma one. You had a lot of successes. Peter Thiel's Bullish, really hot IPO. So this is the first like real scaled mining IPO. So the Avengers of American politics are getting together to come put their names on this, including the Winklevoss twins. It's funny. I look at like Asher Granute, CEO of Hut 8, who is former, CEO of USBTC, which was like Asher's kind of been at the center of like the M&A story in the US.
Asher was always at Hut 8.
Oh, Hut 8.
For Zach.
Okay. This is why I'm not on the mining pod as regularly. This is why I come in to give my somewhat directionally right.
We take the colorful commentary.
Yeah, this is why I'm the color commentary. Yeah. But like, there's been a lot of M&A, and I know Asher's, every time it seems like Asher's name is part of it. So you got to hand it to them for just merging and acquiring. So here we go.
I mean, if Hut 8 can pull off these data centers, and if American Bitcoin excels, this split will be, looked back as like one of the most successful decisions that one of these companies has ever made. But it remains to be seen. I definitely do have questions about how much appetite there are for pure play miners at this point. But I think the biggest takeaway from this, and we'll get more into this in a second after this next story with one about Iron, but there's just been a lot of news about Bitcoin miners who are pivoting to AI and HPC over the last few weeks that are very consequential, and a lot of these business plans are coming to fruition. With the TeraWulf Google deal with Fluid Stack was really a shot across the bow moment, I think, for a lot of these miners. It's like, like you got Google taking a stake in your company and backstopping your tenant. That's kind of up the ante for what investors might expect from these Bitcoin miners working with AI and HPC. So I think all eyes are on Hut 8 for something like that too. It seems like their stock has been moving in such a way where it seems like they've signed a tenant. We don't know what the caliber of that tenant is, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an announcement in a few weeks.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the episodes we put out. Also, check us out on Spotify, Apple, and elsewhere.